Hello, legends. How are we doing? Are we okay? Um, Let me just get all this set up. Um, right, quite an interesting little topic tonight, but it is very relevant and it's very applicable because it's something um, that everyone has to deal with and that everyone has to focus on and has to work on and has to try and stay on the right path, and that is um, listening to others or focusing too much on others and what others are doing and how that is going to wreck your progress. And I've titled it "The Problem with Listening to Sandra." Sandra down the street, and blocking out the white noise. And what I mean by that is the fact that um, there's a lot of people that you will know that will be doing a lot of other things, um, good and bad, and they will be seeing their own types of progress with that and with what they're doing. But you've got to have the ability to block that out and focus on what you're doing. Because if you don't, then what that's saying to us is that that you don't 100% believe in the process that you're following. Okay, now what we do works. However, what we're not after with you guys is a quick result and that's it. We're after changing not just how you look long term, changing how you behave, act, and just carry yourself on a daily basis. Now that takes on a whole new realm of work and time. It takes a lot of time for people to fix their behaviors, fix their habits, create new disciplines that are ultimately going to help themselves long term. So the first moment that you check in with Sandra down the street and find out that she's lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks, and you cave and you're like, oh God, I've only lost 3 pounds. 3 pounds is progress for starters. You are totally losing the purpose of the path that you have started on. And it's just a case again of um, uh, going back to the fundamentals and trusting the process that you're on. Yeah, it's hard, but the fact is, if it was easy, everyone would be in an amazing shape and have six packs and be walking around topless all the time, unless you're a woman and you probably still keep your bra on. But if it was that easy, everyone would be walking around muscular with a six pack. But it's not easy, and doing it the right way takes time, and you've got to be patient, and you've got to understand that you have to play the long game. Because fundamentally, with Sandra down the street, she might see quick losses, but where's she going to be in 6 months' time? Where's she going to be in 12 months' time? And I guarantee you, she will be back to where she was when she started, or in an even worse place. And that is the true test. That is what matters. It's not what you're doing in the short term. The short term is only relevant if you've got the long term, if you've got your long term interests at heart. So please, 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 guys, I can't emphasize enough that you need to find a way to not get distracted by all these crazy diets out there, which haven't really got people's long-term interests at heart. And ultimately, the people running them are yo-yo dieters themselves. This, for us looking at this, oh God, I spent 80 plus thousand on educating myself. And Sandra down the street is coached by Cassandra, who was in the same position as Sandra 3 months ago. She's not educated, she's not qualified. It's just the fact that the diet she's on has worked for her, and so she's promoting it. But she is still a serial yo-yo dieter. And I'm going to tell you a story now. I'm not going to mention any names, but I joined a networking group in May 2019, right? And there was a woman on there who's in the group who was with like a Slimming World or Weight Watchers and things like that, and she'd been on her own personal journey, and she'd lost 7 stone herself. Absolutely amazing work, phenomenal work. However, from May 2019 through to Christmas 2019, she'd put on between 3 and 4 stone. So what is that telling you? What is that telling me? She can lose weight, but she's not working on what matters. She's not working on the foundation. She's not even trying to fix her habits, her behaviors, her disciplines, because she's gone back to her old ways. So she's always going to go up and down. And guess what? She started in January 2020. Oh, come mid-February, she'd lost another 2 stone. Well, yeah, of course you lost another 2 stone, because you're just yo-yoing up and down. And I cannot tell you the damage that yo-yo dieting like that to the extreme causes you. And another thing that's crazy is that these diets, the people running them or the people in charge, get more money per sign up. But do you know what we get more money for? We get more money for results. So we can sign as many people up as we want, but unless we get results with those people, unless we make a massive shift with individuals and a change with them, we won't earn any more money. Our job is based on results. If we do not make results with our clients or get results with our clients, we might as well stop now. So there's another thing. Why would we start you on a process that takes longer and isn't as good or isn't as healthy or isn't the optimal way to do it compared to a crash diet where you're just eating dust all the time, and you're not fixing all the problems that you need to fix in order to stop what you're doing in the first place? So from the outside looking in, guys, and this is what I would horribly encourage you to do, is from the outside look in, please look at both processes. Look at our process and what we are trying to achieve, okay, which is going to take longer, but you're still going to make amazing progress. And here's the thing, right? I want to share my screen. Share screen. Let's go. Let's share this screen. So many tabs open. Right, so this diagram is going out tomorrow, okay, on Instagram. But this is something that has been on my mind for so long now, right? Now, down the side here is exercise diet intensity. You could refer that to as the preferable miles per hour. So, like we say, in January, everyone starts at 200 miles an hour kind of thing. You could refer to this as miles per hour, okay? But first of all, there is no science behind this. This is not research driven. This is what I have observed over a long time. So it's a very subjective assessment from me, but I've seen it happen a lot with people, okay? So this white line, in fact, I've got them blooming colors mixed up. You can tell it's been a long day. This white line is the optimal line. So that's the sort of line I'm looking to get my clients on, or get them to understand that that's what they need to do, okay? And you guys, this is what I want you to achieve and you to do. This is what society does. This yellow line here is what society does, okay? Let's say it's January, right? Start off at 200 miles an hour, okay? And see some really, really quick results, okay? This graph isn't showing results, but they will see some really quick results because they're doing every bit of exercise, they're depriving themselves of food, but as you can see, the percentage is coming down week after week until it hits around week 4, and it takes a massive drop, and then to week 6, okay, they've all motivation, willpower's gone. They've got nothing to draw upon. This is the process of when you need your habits, your disciplines, and your behaviors to kick in and to carry you through. Okay, this is such an important period. Now, no doubt, quite a few of you guys are going through this period now where motivation isn't as high as it was and willpower's not as high as it was, but you should be working on fundamentals on a daily basis. These 1%ers that we talk about, it's the reason why I put the task list on the subscription site, ticking off the 1%ers. Am I staying hydrated every day? Am I sleeping well? Am I coping with stress better? Am I hitting my protein target? And am I staying active every day? It can be as simple as that. Okay, are you achieving that? Now, over a week, that won't make a big difference. But over the space of a year, that will make an absolute massive difference. That's a game-changing difference. You will be a different person if you do that 90% of the time throughout the year. But this line here reflects, and I don't want to mention names, but it reflects things like Slimming World, Weight Watchers, Juice Plus, I forgot what the other craps are, you know, almost keto, okay, keto diets and things like that. This reflects that. Do you know why? Because it's not sustainable for the individual. It's not the right path for the individual. It's all about short-term results. It's all about dropping the number as quick as you can. And do you know what? Why shouldn't you want to drop the number as quick as you can? I can totally understand you with that. I can totally understand, because everyone in this group puts in an awful lot of effort with exercise and with food, or you certainly are at the minute. So why wouldn't you want to see that number drop as quick as possible? But it's not that simple. And if there's been a lot of damage caused before you've got onto the subscription site, it's not going to be as easy as you think it is. So our path is this. This is what we want you to start with, something that is sustainable on a daily basis. So the question you ask yourself is, can I maintain this long term? If the answer is no, then we drop the percentage you start at. Okay, so right, what is maintainable on a daily basis? Guys, I'm just looking to see if there's any questions. Evening, Michelle. Hello, guys. So yeah, so we want you to start on a sustainable level, whatever that be, whether that be 100 mile an hour, 75 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour, or as a percentage, whatever it is. But theoretically, this is what should happen over a period of time. I've done it over here over 16 weeks, but your percentage should gradually increase over time. Now, is that not a more sensible approach? And then that corresponding, okay, with results, okay, would look something like this. So on Sandra, I've put Steve in just to be, you know, PC, and make sure we don't leave the guys out. Can't leave the guys out, can we? Okay, so when it comes to results, let me just get my pen out. Okay, Sandra and Steve in the first few weeks are going to see loads of results. They're going to see a lot of results. But then here, they plateau. They don't know what to do because they haven't got the knowledge, they haven't got the coaching as to know what to do yet. So they think, oh, fuck it. You know, things aren't happening. I'm still putting an awful lot of effort. Weight goes up a little bit because they become disheartened. Then they think, oh, I need to get back on it. Come on, back on it. Keep going. Lose a bit of weight. They plateau again. And things just gradually just get worse and worse and worse. They keep going in this up and down roller coaster kind of way. They can't break a weight plateau. And then throughout the year, they keep going here until they eventually get to there. And guess what? They're back at the same weight. Now, let me ask you guys this question. Do you want that to be you? Categorically, my answer to that would be no. But this is very, very common. So next time you speak to Sandra and Steve and they're telling you how much weight they're losing and how well they're doing, just say to yourself in the back of your mind, right, what's the date today? Okay, right, it's the 8th of February. Right, so 8th of February 2022. Okay, will they be in a better position then than they are now? And just try it. Do it, even do it in 6 months' time. Do it in 9 months' time, because I can tell you now where they'll be. They'll be the same weight they were when they started, or they'll be heavier. And this is something I see day after day after day, because it's not just a simple case of eating a certain way and exercising a certain way, and once you've started losing weight, that's it, you've cracked it and you're away. It's not as simple as that, because the body adapts what you do. So you've got to have the knowledge to know when to change it, as to change it, so you can still keep seeing progression. But also there's so many psychological elements to it. You know, we're talking about one now. I went live today on Facebook and talked about perspective. and how your perspective ultimately affects the decisions you make and ultimately affects your actions. This is so applicable, you know, and I'm sure if Sandra was educated a little bit more on nutrition, she'd start to have a different perspective on nutrition. So she might start to do things, in my eyes, a little bit better. So it fundamentally boils down to that. And there's so many things that play on your mind, just like doing our process and not seeing the results you think you should see, even though without you knowing, you're making huge strides and huge progress. So our graph, there should be some quick wins, but not as dramatic. Okay, hit a bit of a plateau. We sort it out. Okay, hit a bit of a plateau. Probably go up a little bit there. You go on holiday or something. God hope. Get back from holiday. Come back down again. Plateau. There. And then Christmas time, you plateau a bit. Now look at that. Look at that. It's not a very good line. Undo. Let's do it. That's right. Look at that difference there. That is an absolute massive difference there. Okay, that's a lot. That's great results throughout the year compared to this yo-yo effort. So when you're thinking, you know, when you're saying, oh God, Sandra down the road's lost 10 pounds next time, and you're still seeing results, just remember, all that matters is you. It's your journey. Just focus on you and block out the crap from elsewhere, because you've probably tried it. And guess what? You're here for a reason. You got in touch with us for a reason. You signed up to this for a reason, because what you've tried before hasn't worked. So why would you then listen to someone that's uneducated on the process, and B, you know, doing something that hasn't worked for you in the past? Okay, so this is not me having a go. This is not me having a grant. This is for your own good. Okay, and I certainly don't want anyone to take it the wrong way, but this is for your own good. Okay, and I want, you know, this is a really important live tonight, because this is what we want to see. We understand weight loss isn't going to be linear. You know, we're not stupid. Okay, we know it's not just going to be a straight line, flat line. Very few can do that. We understand it's going to have peaks and troughs. It's going to have plateaus. It's going to go up and down. But the last thing we want is this crap. We don't want that, because as soon as I see a graph like that with someone's weight, do you know what I'm thinking? We've not achieved anything. We have not achieved anything. Do you know what? I had a client actually last year, 2020. So stop with me, not so long ago, and that happened. Do you know what? I got so angry. I got so angry, and it's not because they necessarily put the weight on. It's because that when things got tough for them, when they had an excuse, they went back to their old ways. So everything that we have been working on behind the scenes, setting the foundations and laying the foundations, had just been wasted. It's like, I just wasted. I felt like I wasted my breath, and I felt so, I felt let down. I felt disappointed. I felt angry. I felt really, really angry, because that graph happened. And it doesn't happen often with us, that graph, that yo-yo graph. But that time it just made me so angry, because it's not about the results. It's not about people necessarily looking different and achieving weights. It's about changing the way they look at things, changing their behaviors around things, changing their attitudes to food, attitudes to exercise. So it ultimately makes them healthier, not just physically, but mentally as well, in how they approach their health and fitness. And mentally, this is a real bad direction to take, a real bad angle to take, because ultimately it just leaves you with a bad relationship with food and a bad relationship with exercise. You know, how many times have you heard someone with Slimming World, someone with Weight Watchers, when you're drinking a pint or when you're eating a cake or when you're eating a pizza, say, you shouldn't be eating that. How many times have you heard that? You know what? All I want to do is just go around and just hit them around the chops and just say, listen, you just do not know food. You do not understand nutrition. You do not understand how it works. And it's like, show me the research where it says that food or that drink is catastrophic for A, your results, and B, your health. Show me. And this is the whole thing, you know, it's like, from the outside looking in, it's a no-brainer, this. So what, you know, without me going on too much and ranting on too much about it, you need to make sure, guys, that you're strong. I can't emphasize this enough. Mentally, you have got to be so tough. You've got to do that yourself. So next time you see someone like this achieving rapid weight loss really quickly, just say to yourself, I'm on my own journey, I'm seeing progress, and I'm in it for the long run. My best transformation. Let's get it up. Let's get it up. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum. Bear with us, guys. Here we go. This is my best transformation. Okay. Do you know why that was my best transformation? It wasn't because he lost 39 kilograms in 2 years. It was because he remained consistent and remained on the ball for 2 years. His goal was unwavering. Okay. He was on antidepressants here. He ran a very successful business, but his health and fitness didn't reflect that. So he wanted to change it. So he came to me highly motivated. He knew what he wanted to achieve. His mindset was just on it. There's not a time I had to either go in or pull him back in. Sometimes I had to tell him to stop doing so much. And that was over a 2-year period. So this is by far the most impressive transformation that I've ever achieved, just for the longevity of how long Neil could stay focused for. You know, and it was an absolute amazing transformation. And I'm still like looking at it now, it sends tingle down my spine, because absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So let me get back on here. So yeah, so you know, listen, like, I want these lives to be upbeat, but there also comes a certain time where I've got to do my job, okay? And me and Rachel have got to do our job, and this sort of thing really, really annoys me. Okay, so anytime you've just got to be strong. Okay, you've got to know the path you're on, and you've just got to know that you're seeing progress, not just with the weight, not just with the scales, but everything in your life. Is it better? Is it better? Do you know what? My weight over the last 2 days has gone up. But do you know what? I'm leaner. I'm leaner than I was 2 days ago. I'm sleeping better. I've got loads of energy. And I'm so productive with my work at the minute. So it's not an issue. It's just one of many variables that I just keep tracking. Don't get emotionally attached to it. So the key is here, guys, and this is the progress that I think that is really, really important, is that the moment you don't get emotionally attached to your weight when you see it on the scales is the moment that you know you're making progress. Okay, the moment you know the moment you hear something of someone's progress and you can block it out and just focus on you, be selfish. Just focus on you. Doesn't mean being arrogant, doesn't mean being rude. Focus on you. The moment you can do that is the moment you know you're making progress. Okay, so stick with it, guys. I understand you're putting in an awful lot of effort, and I understand that you want to see loads of results and you want to see them really quickly, but we've got to understand, like, what are we basing that off? Are we basing it off a real low calorie diet? So the fact is, we want to give you as much food as possible. We want to make it as sustainable as possible. So naturally the results aren't going to show on the scales as being that great. But there's so many results in other areas. You just need to look for them and you will find them. Okay. So sorry to be like this on the live tonight, but this is important, guys. Okay. It's not having a go. It's not having a go. This is for your own good. Okay. And it's a conversation I have with so many people. Okay. Not just females, guys as well, you know, and it's something I bring up a lot with the busy working dads, the high ticket guys, a lot in the lives. Okay. It's so important. You don't listen to Sandra or Steve down the street and you're able to block out the white noise. Stay on your path. It's only you that matters. No one else. It's only you that matters, and it's your journey. Okay. So focus on it. The moment you take the focus off your journey, it's the moment you stop seeing progress. Okay. So stay with it, guys. Massive week ahead. Okay. End of week 3 next week on this in-house 6 weeks. Let's keep going. Let's keep pushing hard. Let's keep posting in the group. Let's keep interacting as much as we can. Okay. And any problems, just let me know. Okay, guys, have a great night and I'll speak soon. Cheers.